Listen to the organ go. Such a cool fucking song. The composition and everything. And the instrumentation is just amazing. They really went all out for FF6, I gotta say. They really did. Anyway. Let's see. Make sure we're ready here. Yes, yes we are. Alright. It's time for the Let's Watch parties to continue. Y'all remember what that used to be like, right? FF1 through 6. My god. How far we've come. Yep. Watched FF1 through 6. Played 7 through 12. Lost a little bit of 11, I guess. And now we're back to watching. Just like FF1 through 6 all over again. We're back to just sitting here watching a YouTube video and commenting on it. Which, hey, I ain't mad. I'm not in the mood to learn a whole new game right now. I mean, you guys saw that disaster that was FF12. That shit went like 25, almost 30 parts just because I had forgotten too much of my last playthrough. So yeah, we're just, you know, FF13 I've never even touched. So this is like, there's no familiarity right there. Not even a little bit, so. Hello everyone, welcome back. To the start of our journey through Final Fantasy 13, and as you can see on this playlist I amassed here, it's 12 parts if you split it into 3-hour segments on average. I do 2-hour streams, sometimes 4, so our mileage will vary. We'll probably end up doing like 15, 16 parts like we usually do for previous games, ever since like, I don't know, FF7 or so. Granted, this time I'm not playing, so you don't have to sit here watching me go, what are we doing next? Hold on, let me strategize this. I look back at the old VOD. It took like 40 minutes to get started with the Yasmat battle after Omega. Like, I took way too long prepping and rambling on that. And I'm doing that right now, so let's just go ahead and get started. Alright, this is Final Fantasy 13 Part 1. I've never seen shit of this game. Just tiny little snippets from when my brother played it back in 2009. That's it. So I don't know jack shit about the story at all. Not even the intro. I don't even know how it goes. So yeah, this is totally blind for me. It's like a blind playthrough, but it's a watch through. Yeah, it's a blind watch through for me. So, for any of you guys who've never seen or experienced anything of FF13, we have something in common. Those of you who have, you'll be snickering, being like, he doesn't know, Pepe laugh. So, let's go. Play all. Let's get this show on the road. World of Long Plays are faithful. From back in the FF1 through FF6 days. Dude, we've come a long way. It's March 10th, 2022 right now. We started watching FF1 through 6 back in October of 2021. This marathon has been going for a very long time. I underestimated how long the Final Fantasy games are. So, hold on, sneeze warning. Damn it. Okay. So, this is uploaded by World of Long Plays. Gotta give credit where it's due. This is played by Connor. That's it. That's her name. So, there. Shout out to the uploader and the person playing the game. I'll sit back and watch. Oh shit. Of course. I might have to raise the volume. I couldn't hear a damn thing. Oh, that is quiet. Yeah, I'm looking at Streamlabs OBS and it's super quiet. Okay, I'm gonna let it run for a bit. When shit starts going down, if it's still quiet, we'll restart the video. I'll raise the volume on Streamlabs. I had to raise my own volume from my headphones right now. I was like, dude, is there any audio to this shit? Yeah, this sounds way too quiet. Oh, Tetsuya Nomura's back, designing characters. I don't think he did that for 12. You could tell it was a very different art style and everything. There's Yoshitaka Amano. Some of the OGs came back for this one. I ain't paying enough attention though. I gotta go back and look at FF12's credits. Jesus. That's a very good establishing shot of her character. You know what you're in for right there. You're looking straight down the barrel of her gun, and then you see her face. And it's just like, damn. That's a very good way of letting you know exactly what type of person she is right off the bat. Or at least it gives you a glimpse. Yeah, so far this seems oh my god. And we know who the comic relief character is going to be. Again, do you see how they're doing such a good job at establishing characters just with this intro cinematic? We're obviously seeing like random scenes from the entirety of the game. It's not like the actual, like when you hit new game or anything. But it sets the tone really well. The tone of the game, the story, the characters. I like the music so far. Yeah, this seems pretty quiet. I think I'm gonna have to raise it up. How much should I raise it up is the question. It's gonna be one of those things where I'm gonna have to raise it up by like, I don't know, 5-10 points. And then listen back to the VOD after I'm done streaming and see if the audio is balanced correctly. Yoshinori Kitase, there we go. See if the audio is balanced with my voice. 12 was almost like neck and neck with me. Like sometimes if I didn't speak loudly enough while things were happening in 12, you wouldn't hear shit of what I was saying. This one, it's like if I talk at a normal volume, you won't hear shit of the game. I'm gonna have to raise it up. This music's really pretty so far. This is neat. They brought back the classic cursor. The little hand. Oh fuck, we're going... He's going subtitleless. Oh wait, no, he turned them on. I was like, Jesus. I thought he was... I see the settings now, okay. Let me see these again. I didn't get to see all of them. Event subtitles on, speaker names on, non-event subtitles on, battle speed normal. There's normal or slow only. Default battle command auto battle, or abilities. He shows auto battle. Target selection from list. I don't know what any of this means, but battle help messages on, brightness 0. Alright, that's it. There's no audio. I was waiting to see if he was maybe going to change the audio. That's not even an option. So I gotta do it then. It's too fucking quiet. Alright, so like I said, we'll restart the video. So we can actually hear the music in that intro. Yeah, let me change. I'm going to raise it up. I have to raise it up more than I thought. Let me raise it up by 15 points. Put it at 75% audio. Or volume, sorry. Before I put it into full screen. Let me see. This is super quiet. You know what? While I fix the volume level, I'm just gonna leave it on the here. This is a better place to test it. Let me see. Let me see at 60%. It's right there. I didn't expect to have to deal with this at the beginning of this video, I gotta say. I expected it to be just as loud as any of the other ones that we've seen. Any of the other FF games we've seen so far. I'm gonna just let it play a little longer. I can't really gauge the volume well enough yet. Damn it, everything's too quiet right now. I need like explosions and gunfire or something.
13 days after we awoke, or the beginning of the end.
13, nice. We're gonna see that number a lot, aren't we? I'll go full screen once I have the volume. Oh, that was just the intro. This sounds okay so far. God, imagine if I'd raised it. I put my headphone volume back to normal, and now it actually sounds so far kind of okay.
You serious?
Be quiet.
Best of luck. She did it!
Oh shit! Talk about an establishing shot.
You alright?
Jesus.
I'm not a lessee.
That's how you introduce a character. Jesus. This is fucking cool. Okay, now that there's actual shit going on.
So far, so good.
Alright, I think I have an idea then. So I think I'll raise it up by 10 points, and then hopefully the volume. And then hopefully next stream isn't like me getting drowned out or me still drowning out the audio of the game. And then based on what I hear when I look back at the VOD, next time I'll adjust, and it'll hopefully sound better. Yeah, so I think I'll put it at, I normally have it at 60% volume. I'm gonna raise it to 70. And that should hopefully be not too bad. Hopefully. Hopefully I'm not drowning myself out. We'll find out next time. I should only have to adjust it by 5 points, because I'm looking at where the bar is going when, like, where it peaks. And it's pretty close to where my, like, just underneath where my voice is, whenever I talk. So I think this should be good. Let me jump back like a couple seconds and... I'm gonna go back to that part where she started shooting when she first came in.
You alright? I'm not a lessee.
I think this is good. Yeah, I think this is good. 70 points.
So far,
Looks
so
good.
They all want to fight.
Good for them.
Jesus. So yeah, I guess the intro is just a lot quieter than, like, this part over here. It's just a hell of a lot quieter for some fucking reason. This is quiet no matter what. Alright, fuck it. Like I said, if it's too loud, I'll find out next time. And I apologize for that. I'll try to speak up to make sure I'm not drowned out. And I'll also try not to babble too much so I don't drown the video out if it's not loud enough. I doubt it though. I'm pretty sure this is a good volume for you guys. And I set up my headphone volume for myself pretty well. But we'll see once the stream's over and I look back at the VOD. So I don't want to sit here just trying to listen back at my live broadcast midstream, just sitting there going, hold on, that doesn't sound right, and readjust it. Like, fuck it, I'm just taking a shot in the dark. We gotta go. I'm getting pretty excited for this, I gotta say. This intro and the actual intro when you hit a new game is kind of luring me in right now. I like it. ...2009. I was I was balls deep into Maple Story still. When this came out. Another reason I never played it, really. I didn't hear amazing things about it, but at the same time, I was just, even if I had heard good things, I probably still wouldn't have played it because I was too immersed in Maple Story. 2009 is when Evan first came out. That job class, or actually it's a character for the story. It's that mage class character that uses a dragon to fight. He's partnered up with a dragon. That had just come out when this game did. I hope this game doesn't have any like DMCA music in it, like Kingdom Hearts does. Because if there is, I'm not gonna know which songs are off limits. Might have some of my VOD portions muted if that happens. Because you know, like Kingdom Hearts' intro is actually by, like, they're songs that belong to a different artist, not to Square Enix. I don't know if they did that with FF13, so here's hoping. Cross my fingers that we can. Oh no, the music's nice. I'll let it play. Okay. Standard is inverted x-axis? Wow, that would feel weird. Maybe not though. Maybe it all works out. I would have dual inversion, Y and X. But again, I don't know. I've never tried the combat system for this game. Maybe it works out. It's gonna be my first time really seeing it. Alright, here we go. Movie time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's fucking go, bros and broskies. I don't know what the hell.
13 days after we awoke were the beginning of the end.
I don't know what the hell broskies means, but I heard it somewhere and it sounds cool, so I went with it. I don't fucking know. Feels like I'm watching a movie. But every intro is like that, of course.
You serious?
Be quiet.
Best of luck. She did it!
Sound effects are on point. The thuds.
You alright? I'm out of the sea.
That's super cute. He's got a little chocobo chick in his hair. His hair has become a bird's nest. Nice. I like the joke there. Wow. This is very heavily inspired by The Matrix right now.
Good for them.
Well, to be fair, after The Matrix, almost every fucking movie started doing shit like that. So, scenes like that. The Matrix started a trend of people doing backflips and somersaults and all kinds of acrobatic shit while shooting a gun and accurately
Give me that.
when they're outnumbered. Holy shit! It's fucking Grand Theft Auto! This is fucking crazy. Holy shit, dude. We don't even know what the fuck is going on. Again, amazing establishing of her character, though. And Saz, too. If that's how you pronounce his name. Who's got audio? Audio quality took a huge jump from PS2 to PS3 era. It really sounds like a fucking movie right now.
Run!
Like I'm watching in the theater. Run! I meant away, not towards them. She's like, fuck that. Taking these assholes down. Right fucking now. This is obviously very personal for her.
Hey! Let's be rational now. Oh! They're sending the big guns now. What do we do?
Watch and learn.
Jesus Christ. Active time battle. Dude, I'm already getting chills from the music. Is this like the regular battle music? Because goddamn, it sounds good. Charge your ATV. Okay. Did that second hit connect? Okay. It didn't look like it did. This kind of does remind me of FF10 too. Like they tried to build upon that battle system. Because you remember how you could chain together attacks in FF10 too? So I actually played that one, so.
Not so tough now, huh?
Who knows, it could be completely different though.
Hey,
That was just the first fight.
challenge now, all right?
Could be completely different for all I know. That was just the first fight. Oh shit! Sonic the Hedgehog now. Grinding on rails. Hey, to be fair, they did that in FF10 though. Stuck the landing.
This thing won't give up.
That is a cool looking fucking sword she's got. A gunblade, but different from Squall's. Like hers can actually just turn into an actual gun and then start shooting. If I saw correctly in the cutscene. That might have been a different weapon she was using though. I don't know. She might have just been using a generic gun during the intro. I like the seamless transition though from the, you know, little like cutscenes into battle. This is around the time games started doing that. They were really trying to make video games cinematic in this era. Like trying really fucking hard. Sometimes to their detriment. And I can't think of an example right now, but there's some games that tried too hard to do that and they ended up like the gameplay would suffer from it. Some games still do that now. Forced walking segments, anyone? 5 stars. Can't imagine it was that hard. Just attack as fast and hard as possible. I guess that means the fight's actually over now. Here it goes.
Oh goodness. We did it.
No, that was. I think that was a gun she
used.
used.
To protect civilians, soldier. I mean, you are Sanctum, aren't you? What are you doing trying to stop the purge? Why don't you tell me that?
I was a soldier.
Hey, where do you think you're going? Man. Chocobo, just can't catch a break, can we? Yeah, that's a good question. Well,
So cute.
better follow her. I'm getting too old for this.
Classic line. Getting too old for this. Hanging Edge, the restricted zone.
Sure we can get through here?
I hear FF14 sound device. But that's because both games were in development at the same time. 14 came out, what, a year after this? 1.0, not Realm Reborn. But yeah, I think it was like a year after. Damn! The graphics are so fucking pretty. They never skimp out on visuals and overall presentation for Final Fantasy games. Everything looks so pretty and cinematic. Like I said, this is... Once the PS3 era kicked in, they were like, let's make video games like interactive movies. Hardcore. Like, all developers went in on that shit. And some games pulled it off amazingly. Other ones, like I said, it's just they tried a little too hard to do that, and then it just... The gameplay was just lacking for some of those games. And like I said, even today, there's still some games that overdo it, like forced walking segments. Though, I think nowadays they use, and even back then they probably did this, but we just didn't know about it. Nowadays we can infer that a lot of forced walking segments, like in FF7 Remake for example, are actual hidden loading screens. Because they always put forced walking segments, or, you know those parts where like Cloud had to like, put himself, what's it called? When he had to like go through like shimmy across a very narrow corridor or something, he had to do this, or he had to crouch and then walk really slowly through something. They always put those between big areas, so it was quite obvious, you know. I just realized he's showing some lore here, and I'm just rambling about this shit. I thought he was just doing like, I don't know, just showing off the random stats of the characters, but there's actually some lore behind some of the stuff. But yeah, like, you know, forced crouching and the shimming between corridors, like, they're obviously just hidden loading screens because they force you to move really slow while it loads the next big-ass area that you can't even see yet. And then once you come out of the tunnel, the whole area is revealed. It's fully loaded. And then if you want to go back, you got to go through that whole slow-ass segment again. You know. But I think back then there was a lot of games that had like forced walking just to make it cinematic. It wasn't even to load anything. Like, what other game? Like 3 years after this, 2012. Resident Evil 6. The beginning of Leon's campaign. Anybody who's played Leon's campaign in Resident Evil 6, you'll know what the hell I'm talking about. There's a lot of forced walking that is completely unnecessary just because they were trying to make it really, like, horror cinematic, you know. But yeah, some games, like I said, they still pull it off. So I'm hoping this is one of those games that pulled off the cinematic feel without the gameplay suffering, but we'll find out. So yeah, let's see what we missed. Okay, so we saw this. Okay, so I'm gonna read the stuff up there. Okay, status information. I'm gonna have to play with the speed slider. Abilities. Attack, blitz. Equipment. Okay, good. I can pause whenever I need to. Oh, we all know what a potion does. Blazefire Saber level 1. A weapon new to the Sanctum army. This gunblade, that's official, it's a gunblade, is only issued to highly trained soldiers. Well, that explains Lightning's abilities and aptitude for battle and combat. Vega 42s. These weapons are worn by civilian pilots for the purpose of self-defense in case of emergency landings in the wilderness. So he's a pilot then? That's what they're implying? Unicorn Mart. An electronic pass granting access to the Unicorn Mart retail network. Datalog, a digital journal that autonomously streams potentially useful data. You have to manually pause the game and go check it whenever something comes in, I guess. Somebody told me that's a lot of the story comes in through there. I don't know if the person playing, Connor, I don't know if he's gonna read through those or not. Gravcon units, personal gravity control device. Survival knife. That's Resident Evil now. Lightning's birthday present. Nice! Like it's a knife, fool. What do you expect? Okay, now we're caught up. Let me change the speed back down. Trust by 13E. Save stations are a fancy S with a green background. Okay. Data log. Review entries related to recent events. He is going to show them. Select the topic to view more information. Chapter 1. Defiers of Fate. Okay, cool. I don't know how fast he'll go through these, so I'll probably just pause the video. Lightning and Saz are held aboard a military purge train along with a group of civilians destined for exile. The hell? In stark contrast to the uncertain and despairing people around her, Lightning appears determined and focused. She seizes upon an instant of inattention to disable a guard, and her impressive display inspires Saz and the other civilians to take up arms against the soldiers. A literal purge. They were getting rid of people. Exile, though. I wonder why. After clashing with army forces, the train crashes to a halt in the war-torn district known as the Hanging Edge. Saz attempts to figure out Lightning's angle, but she shows little desire to share. The former soldier throws herself into battle without the slightest hint of hesitation. What could be driving her? Yeah, I know, she's really aggressive. That's why I was like, dude, this seems really personal to her. We don't even know what the fuck's going on, but she's being so aggressive. I was like, this looks like it's really personal. If there's too many of these to read, I'll probably just read them silently. I'll pause it still. But then that way you guys can have plenty of time to pause the video and read it yourself too. So that was just kind of a recap of something that happened. But there's various little subsections for the data log, I guess. He just like freaks out and then he just goes back to normal. That's a save station? Ooh. That's fancy. Excuse me. Ah, the old PS3 save data menu. I remember those days. When was this? I didn't even check when this was uploaded. Save data 1 June 16th of 2011. When was this uploaded? Yeah, December 26th of 2011. Oh wow, this was uploaded 6 months after it was done. Maybe it took them that long. We'll see. God damn. Spam text messages. Swear to God. Some of those mass texts that, you know, I'm sure everyone here has gotten one. What's this? Unicorn Mart. Reliable service from a name you can trust. At Unicorn Mart, your health is our business. Our expert pharmacists are standing by day and night to send you whatever you need. Wherever you need it. So save points are also shopping centers. Yeah. Every last skill. I love the sound effects. Everything seems so high tech. Enemy encounters. Okay. So they went back to the encounter system. It's not like FF12 where you just fight on the map in real time. Yep. You go into an actual fight. You see the dynamic camera and the characters moving around on the battlefield? That's what reminds me of FF10 too. And just like when we watched FF1 through 6, whenever there's a lot of grinding on screen and not a lot of story development happening, I'll obviously fast forward. I'll speed up. But right now, the game just started, so...
What do you suppose this is? The army leaving its toys out now?
She doesn't say shit. But yeah, so... Keep up, motherfucker! She's got places to be!
Great. The entire army came out to play. These guys don't seem very interested in our side of the story.
Look how he just keeps talking. She hasn't said shit. She hasn't responded at all. You know what really sucks? You only get that stance if you're a gunbreaker. In FF14, as a female character, you get that stance. But the Blazefire Saber is locked as a paladin / gladiator weapon. So you can't even use her signature weapon as a gunbreaker, even though the gunbreaker has her signature stance. Her battle stance. It's kinda lame. They gotta, at some point they gotta make it so that it's both a paladin and a gunbreaker weapon. I know why it was though, because this is many years before gunbreaker became a thing, so they didn't have that foresight. They just made it a paladin weapon and then kept it that way. I hope they make a gunbreaker version someday. But it's definitely not a priority, so I don't expect it anytime soon, if ever. Told you he was a comic relief. For now, anyway. So those are treasure chests, I'm guessing, for this game. Are you alright, Says? You good, dude? Like... a little late for that. She's been ignoring you. She hasn't said shit.
Not wanting to get purged, I get. But taking on trained soldiers?
Better to die than get sent to Pulse. It's hell without the brimstone.
Yeah, well, hell's not sounding too bad. Because this place ain't exactly paradise.
Domesticated peacekeepers. Nothing to worry about.
Maybe not for a soldier girl, but I'm trying to say, hey!
Right now, this is a cop buddy movie.
Fight again.
With Lightning being the badass partner and Saz being the comic relief of the two. Kind of reminds me of Beverly Hills Ninja, if anybody remembers that old ass movie. With, what was his name again? Chris Farley? He was the comic relief. And sadly, I don't remember the actor who did the actual fighting. His partner or whatever. Of course, they were ninjas, not cops, but it was the same style of movie. It was like basically a cop buddy movie. Those were pretty popular back in that era. Two potions. Fancy treasure chests. Everything's so futuristic and high tech, I love it. To a certain extent. Like I said, my favorite aesthetic in any game is modern. But futuristic's not bad if it's done right for me. It's still always going to be better than like FF12's, or not FF12, but like original FF Tactics, where it was all medieval. The medieval aesthetic, it just does not appeal to me. That's why I did like that FF12 kind of mixed, like a little bit of the medieval aesthetic with futuristic steampunk stuff. I think it was really cool. So far, this is all futuristic and just futuristic, really. Can't really call it steampunk. It's just very futuristic, very Star Wars-like, almost, but with its own feel, obviously. Like I said, I like the battle music though. It's not bad. I'm guessing the song we heard during that first fight was like boss music. The boss battle music for this. There might be multiple songs. Like FF10 had multiple different boss battle themes. The classic Iron Bangle. It's always like your first piece of armor that you find or buy. Or in this case, an accessory. In FF7, it was a missable basic armor piece that you had to buy from the Sector 7 slums before you left, otherwise you could never get it again. I guess here you just have a weapon and an accessory then? There's no complex equipment system then. Damn. Those little blue circles just didn't, seems to denote where you can like jump or climb something. That's pretty cool guidance, because it lets the player know where to go. Like in case you're like, what the fuck do I do from here? Like it looks like a dead end. Like, nope. This feels a lot like FF10's intro so far. Where you're just going through city streets as there's a bunch of chaos happening, you don't know what the fuck is going on. Feels a lot like FF10. Also, that sound effect when you confirm things in the menu sounds too much like the Discord notification sound effect. I keep looking over at my phone a little bit when I hear the put up.
Preemptive strike.
Rebels. So much for the element of surprise.
Oh yeah, real quick. I was gonna do that. Item usage tutorial. Another tut. Dun, 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 dun. Dude, I like the battle music. What the fuck? Is that just for this part of the game, or is this always true? As I just read the last part. As it says, a single potion heals your entire battle team. You don't need to specify a target. Using items is a free action, so you'll recover HP immediately without expending any charged segments of your ATB gauge. When you find yourself in a pinch, don't hesitate to use a potion. Now here's the part that I freaked out at. Remember, even if your allies are still standing, it's game over if the enemy manages to KO lightning. Is that just for this part of the game? Because that sounds like some bullshit right there. Okay, at least they drop potions too. They're like, potions are just mega potions then. They heal everyone instead of just one person. Holy shit. Does that mean... Are Phoenix Downs even a thing then?
Do we turn back?
There's no time.
Then what do you suggest we do?
Quiet.
Revival spells? Nothing? You just can't die? Not even once?
Hey! 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 Wait! No, no! Don't leave me! You're the only way out of here! No!
Bad touch! Stop groping me! Well, that screwed it up.
Hey! That might get us across. Right there.
He's like, don't leave me! That was kind of funny.
Right?
Looks that way.
She's like mid-air about to take off and he's holding on to her, not letting her leave. I'm guessing she wasn't actually going to fly, but rather some kind of magnetic repulsion system. Pushing herself away from other metallic objects to soar through the, you know, to fly through the sky, basically. Since there's metal everywhere here. A recap. Suspect citizens of Cocoon are wrenched from their tranquil existence and threatened with exile to the world of Pulse. The purge has begun. The land below, in quotation marks, set to crawl with unknown perils, and terrified civilians begin to rebel against the purge. A revolt also occurs on the train transporting purge deportees, as Lightning's battle against the guards galvanizes the other prisoners into action. So she started a revolution just by doing what she did on that train. They're like, she's going for it. Let's join her. Let's all rise up. Fuck this. I'm not getting purged, man. She inspired everyone. They say one person or even just a small group of like-minded people can change the world, right? And it's the only thing that ever has. There you go.
Come on!
It's all it takes. One or two people setting an example for everyone else. It also has to be in the right conditions, though. If people have too much reason to be complacent, they won't do anything anyway. Which is kind of why nothing changes in IRL modern society. You can have people like this, but nobody will follow suit because they're too comfortable. Even though desperate change is... Well, change is desperately needed, is what I meant to say. It doesn't even have to be violent either, it's the sad part. It doesn't have to be a violent change. But again, people are too comfortable. And that complacency is going to cause unnecessary violence from nothing changing as fast as it should have. But that's another topic. Not unnecessary, I should restate that. That complacency is going to cause what would have been avoidable violence. Completely preventable violence, I should say.
Deportees, are we? Weapons down. I'd hate for this to turn ugly.
Turn ugly?
He wants to kill us without a fight.
Time's up!
Damn! Came at her fast. Oh, see? There we go, the attack chain. Just like FF10 too, right? Let's see. Okay. It filled up a little. They reused this in FF15. That game I did play, so... Fill up the gates and stagger an enemy so they can actually... They take way more damage. Or no, not FF15, sorry. I was thinking of FF7 Remake. The stagger mechanic. I don't remember if 15 had anything like that or not. I played that pretty recently too. I think it did. I had something similar, but it doesn't work exactly like this. It's a little different. This one resembles FF7 Remakes more though. But I should say it's the other way around, because FF7 Remake's way after this, so... So that game took a little bit from this one.
What's your angle? What? Classified military info? Huh? What's the matter? You quit, didn't you? Did you think I'm gonna go out there and just tell everybody your secrets?
Huh? My angle. I'm after the Foul Sea. Still happy you tagged along.
Didn't have a choice.
On behalf of Cocoon citizens, I would like to thank our brave false pioneers and express our best wishes for a successful relocation. Your noble and selfless sacrifice ensures the continued safety and peace of our society. Were it not for this remarkable gesture, every resident of Cocoon, your family, your friends, your neighbors, would be exposed to the dangers of the world below.
Those words...
By choosing to leave Cocoon and participating in this migration.
Migration? More like extermination.
Huge.
Yeah, exactly. Almost like
stay
nobody's
here.
buying this crap.
So sorry. I didn't mean to.
These people need heroes. Here. You keep your cool, and they will too. You got it?
Got it.
What's our motto?
The army's no match for Nora.
That a boy.
Obviously an organized rebel faction. The Resistance Front, yeah. Hanging Edge, same location. I'm guessing that's saying the location, but I don't fucking know yet. But yeah, of course there's a Resistance. Anytime you have a group of people being discriminated for whatever reason over another group of people, this is inevitably going to happen. People being discriminated are not going to take it lying down. And it just goes right back to what I was saying earlier. How so much preventable and needless violence will happen because of people's complacency and not hearing the plight of those who are being trampled on. In our society, basically. Peaceful citizens of Cocoon live in constant fear of invasion by the forces of Pulse. World below and supposed home of terrors unknown. Were even a single Pulsian agent to be discovered on Cocoon, panic and civil unrest would be sure to follow. I can see how it has the name Cocoon then. It's this literally like a safety comfort zone. People are scared shitless of anything outside of it. Something that has failed to hatch or is still waiting to. Shit's scared of the outside world because it's vulnerable to it. Anyway, yeah, panic and civil unrest would be sure to follow, threatening the very fabric of society. To prevent such a calamity, the Sanctum, Cocoon's governing body, initiates the Purge, a government initiative officially entailing the deportation of all those who may have come into contact with corrupting Pulsian influences. And how is that determined exactly? In before social status and money is a key factor in this. I doubt they'll go that route, because that's like been done to death, but who knows? The Sanctum Army is now brutally slaughtering the civilians they're supposed to be reporting. Realizing that the Purge is nothing more than a massacre in disguise, Snow leads the young freedom fighters of Nora in an effort to protect the Purge deportees from the Sanctum soldiers.
It's over. It's all over. I want to die.
Just gonna die anyway.
Never should have gone back.
Just like in FF15 and 7 Remake, you don't actually just directly talk to civilians anymore, you just go near them and you overhear their conversations now. Civilians. NPCs, I meant to say. You just overhear their conversations when you go near them now. Excuse me. I like how his gun was still moving without any shots coming out.
This is crazy.
Then take a nap.
Really? Can I?
Sure. And when we're taking a dirt nap, you can save them all.
No, that's even worse.
No dirt naps today. We're all in this together. Our enemy's the Cocoon Sanctum. Their dreaded Psycom, no less.
What's to dread? Psychom's nothing but a whole bunch of bluster and bullying. They've got nothing on Nora.
Well, we are the heroes after all.
Let's prove it!
Yeah.
Sanctum's gonna pay for this.
Wild Bear level 1. What's this weapon? Get out status unavailable. I remember this was also only one of the first of many games they planned called, or like an entire compilation called the Final Fantasy 13 like Nova Crystallis compilation or something like that. I love how it going from cinematic like cutscenes into actual gameplay. It's so different because they were like obviously fighting each other from a distance. You know, they were behind cover, behind these little barriers, shooting at each other. And as soon as gameplay starts, you just walk up to each other and initiate like a very close quarters combat situation instead.
Clear a path out of here.
Like this. Like in cutscenes, they'll fight like actual war, where they'll be shooting at each other from far away. But then during gameplay, it's this instead. The inconsistency is just kind of funny. Expected, but a little funny to watch. Because that's how it's been in all previous Final Fantasy games, the same thing. Like if FF7 original had come out during this era, it'd be like that too. You'd have Barrett shooting at fools from far away, and then eventually, when you take control of Cloud and or Barrett, you have to get up close and actually fight them.
No more.
They're not going to turn it into a Call of Duty game. It's still a Final Fantasy game after all.
Everywhere.
Yo, boss. What's the plan?
Charge in, guns blazing.
Hey, that's not a plan.
Real heroes don't need plans.
Why do I get the feeling that... I could be completely wrong about that. I've never heard hide nor hair of these other characters that we're seeing here. So I was about to say, why do I get the feeling they're all gonna die? like really soon. But for all I know, they probably just appear as... They're just side characters who appear here and there throughout the story later on. That's my guess. Also, what the hell is on Snow's back? His jacket. It's not there when he's not fighting.
Same plan as always. Hit him hard, hit him again.
What is that on his back? On his jacket? Throwing grenades. It's like speedrunning FF7.
You see that?
Hey, some more footsteps.
Oh yeah! You all okay? Hey, careful with those. Don't worry. No one's moving to Pulse today. We'll clear you a path out of here, so be ready to...
Let me fight with you.
You can't expect us to just sit here.
Good help.
Yep. Please, let us help.
Okay then. Volunteers front and center.
Here, take this one. Here you go. And one for you.
Count
Go
me
for
in.
it. Here's yours. Take care now. Mom?
No one's a fan of this ritual sacrifice.
Don't worry. Huh?
So I just
Hold it steady.
Yeah, feels good.
Yeah, nice.
Can you show me again?
You got it.
That's how it works.
You sure?
Yeah. Moms are tough.
Right.
Don't forget you have a kid to come back to.
All right, last one. Somebody take it.
No,
Yeah.
Push comes to shove. Keep him safe.
First impression of snow? All talk.
All right, lay low and you'll be fine. We'll clear out the area. We're going home together!
Come on! Everybody up!
Right. New recruits, on me.
Come on.
Time to go, kiddo.
We're not losing to SciComm, you hear me?
This'll be a piece of cake.
Oh, he's got one now too. The warpath home. I just managed to get to the last sentence. Snow leads the members of Nora against the government soldiers of Cyclone. Yeah. That sound effect right there just reminds me of your mount can fly no higher. In FF14, you've reached the height limit. Your mount can fly no higher. Thanks! It's like, shut up!
Oh, yeah! You see that?
Dude, I love the sound effects of the punches. I wonder if you just always fight on your own in this game, though. Like, are your teammates always just gonna be support characters? Like, who just fight on their own and you never get to control them? You only get to control the main lead character in the party? Like Snow and Lightning? FF15 starts that way. But you can eventually unlock abilities that let you actually take control of your teammates in that game. But even regardless of that, it doesn't have that rule where if Noctis dies, it's game over. He can still be revived by... Well, that's because they have a dying status in that game. That you don't actually, like, die right away.
Let's shake things up a little.
You have, like, a second health bar. Your max HP has to hit 0.
Mobilize beta force. Put down the resistance.
It's a little different. But then I think, yeah, if his max health hits 0 completely, I can't remember if you can still... Oh yeah, you'll just get knocked out, but like I think you can still... Your party can still keep fighting.
Heroes don't run.
I can't remember now. I can't fucking remember. I'm just talking on my ass at this point. I don't remember. For all I know, 15 could be the same shit. Not once Noctis gets completely like... His max HP and everything hits 0. If you don't use the Phoenix down right away, he's probably dead. Or it's game over. I can't remember. Thing was fucking cool. A beta behemoth. That's a fucking cool looking, like, mechanaloid behemoth. A robot behemoth. Damn, dude, the music has no chill. Like, what the hell? This fucking boss battle theme music is really fucking good in this game. It does have chill right now. It goes really hard like that, and then it just chills out for a little bit, like right now. Holy shit, dude. That was fucking close. You got knocked the fuck out. See, this is what I mean. Look at how they're fighting in the cutscene. Totally different from actual gameplay. Cutscene combat is totally different from gameplay combat.
No! We got trouble!
No kidding. Stay down.
Shit. Can't fight that one with your fists. Look at that plot armor. Oh, but he missed. Yikes. You're fucking screwed now, dude. Damn.
I told you, didn't I?
Mothers are tough.
Moms are tough.
Just like lightning, picked up a rocket launcher and blew it away. Apparently that thing's pretty tough too, though. One rocket wasn't enough to destroy it.
Get him home. Please.
Hold on!
She's too weak. She got damaged from the explosion. She can't hold on to shit. He saw that.
Come on. We have to move.
Alright.
He just saw his mom die. Give him a break. But I get it though. It is an urgent situation. He's gotta fucking move or he's gonna die too.
It's an out-and-out massacre. Those people won't even live long enough to die on pulse.
That was the idea.
What?
Sanctum logic. They conjured up the purge to eliminate a threat. I mean, why carry the danger all the way to Pulse? Why not just stamp it out here? Execution masquerading as exile. That's all the purge ever was.
Relocation to Pulse. How does the government get away with pulling crap like that?
Complacency, like I just said.
And you knew this was gonna happen?
The purge was SciComm. Private Sanctum troops, not the Guardian Corps.
SciComm, Guardian Corps. Soldiers are soldiers, aren't they?
They're not all allowed access to the same information, though.
Post-Foul C.
Rank
and
matters.
C are enemies of the state. Tell a soldier to kill an enemy, and you really think it's gonna matter what uniform he's wearing?
Might have mattered to that one. Couldn't shoot. Got himself shot instead.
How about you? Orders say shoot, you pull the trigger? Fine. Forget I asked.
Wait. What?
Yeah, obviously what I mean by complacency is the people who don't get selected for the purge pretty much just buy the government's crap because it's convenient for them. They're like, well, as long as I'm not choosing, hey, whatever keeps me able to live peacefully and comfortably the way I am now. As long as I'm left alone and can keep living as I am, fuck it. Why ask any questions? No one asks questions. No one investigates. Because no one asks questions, no one investigates, so how was anybody ever going to find out? That the purges were actual, you know, exterminations instead of relocations. No one cared enough to find out. Again, as long as they were never picked, who cares? That's usually the only way a government can get away with a secret like that. No one bothering to investigate. Or the investigators being silenced. Like, you know, reporters being censored, the media being censored when it's doing real journalism, that kind of thing. That's another way.
What's that?
Censorship of real journalism.
Huh?
Which is not the mainstream news.
Attention, purge deportees. Attention, purge deportees. Put down your weapons and surrender immediately. Your removal is the will of the people of Cocoon. Should you attempt to flee, the Sanctum will employ every resource necessary to bring you to justice. This land is no longer your home. Cease hostilities and surrender at once.
Sarah!
Just what you were looking for.
Yeah. Right in there.
The post-file C.
Don't worry. You'll be okay. Here. It's too much, isn't it? Face it later. Ciao!
Hey, wait!
Face it
You said
later.
It made you happy when I smiled, didn't you?
Yeah, face it later, assuming you survive.
I was afraid. I was always afraid.
So she's the one narrating. She's the one who said snow was all talk.
So, how do you figure that post-file C is different from the sanctums? All things being equal, I just as soon keep wondering.
Time to jump.
Yeah, I know. Hey! Hey! Hang on! What the? Hey!
Seems like magnetic repulsion, yeah.
She can do it, so can we.
How did you know it was gonna work again, though? It was broken last time because of what he did. Oh, yeah, it worked. Excuse me. Powerful magnetic repulsion. That'll break your fall, yeah. As long as you're absolutely sure you're gonna land on metal.
What about the others? They didn't die. They couldn't have died. Of course not. Hey, get a grip, man! What's wrong with you? Get him home. Get who home?
Yeah. Never even actually saw her son.
Toss me that.
Catch. What are you doing?
So what are you afraid of, huh? You're supposed to be the hero. She's waiting there, ain't she? Your lovely bride-to-be? Isn't it about time you picked her up?
Yeah. There's our ride.
Now you're talking.
Oh, could they?
Oh, hands up. Oh, right. I guess finally decided to check his weapon. Wild Bear, an army surplus item. This emblem uses AMP technology to boost the wearer's attributes. So that's what's on his back whenever he goes into battle. Well, now we know. What is this? Components. Wicked Fang. A twisted fang that seems to pulsate with diabolic power. Credit chip? Currency used for military remuneration. Can be sold for a premium. Polymer emulsion. A colloidal dispersion used as a raw material in bioengineering. I'm guessing this is basically like loot from FF12, which is just generic materials that enemies drop when you kill them. Chipped fang. The fang missing its tip. Perhaps having bitten off more than it could chew. Fallen innocence. Cocoon citizens have always been terrified of Pulse and the mysterious horrors that are said to stalk its hostile wastelands. Their fear is so great that if a Cocoon native were to have even the briefest contact with pulsing elements, former friends and neighbors would consider them corrupted and dangerous. Okay, in light of this, I don't know what the hell that was. In light of this fact, the Sanctum orders the purging of Botom, or Botom, I don't know how to pronounce that, in an effort to remove all potentially pulse-tainted civilians. Accordingly, soldiers round up all those identified as candidates for relocation and inform them of their impending exile. However, SICOM, the elite arm of the Sanctum military, then begins to massacre the helpless civilians. This prompts Snow to lead the people in a rebellion against the army. Tragically, one of the civilians who decides to follow him, hoping to protect her son, dies in the act of saving Snow's life. From afar, the boy witnesses the moment of his mother's death in shock and disbelief. Yeah. There's one more after this. A massive object is transported through the sky over the hanging edge. This object is a Pulse Vestige, a lower world artifact that had been nothing more than a Botom landmark. 2 days ago, it was discovered that the Vestige housed a long-dormant Pulse Fal'Cie. Fal'Cie had slumbered undisturbed on the outskirts of a Cocoon city for centuries. The Sanctum decrees that the presence of the Pulse entity and its corrupting magics have tainted the entire population of the city and orders a purge. Wow, no wonder this is happening. An entire city's population being purged at the same time because of this discovery. No wonder everything's so chaotic here. For different reasons, Lightning and Saz now make their way towards the very being that was the catalyst for so much tragedy. Snow, meanwhile, is crushed by feelings of guilt after many die under his command. He only emerges from his gloom when Gadet reminds him that the Fal'Cie is holding a certain young lady captive, who needs her hero now more than ever. You do have to read these then. They elaborate a lot more than the cutscenes do, and the dialogue. So I'm glad this player is actually showing that. The 13 days, day 13, exile. What's this about? A fallacy of pulse origin was discovered within a vestige on the outskirts of Botom 2 days previously. Okay. Having apparently spent centuries in hibernation with humans, none the wiser to its presence. The Sanctum deemed the potential contamination by pulse magic a risk too great to overlook, and immediately enacted legislation permitting the purge, an involuntary removal of the fallacy and the entire population of Botom from Cocoon. Deportees were told only that they would be transported to Pulse. Basically, wrong place, wrong time, shit out of luck. You're all gonna die. You just happen to be living next to this dangerous, potentially dangerous thing. History and myth. Pulse. Resting in Cocoon's shadow, the sprawling and enigmatic lower world of Pulse is home to a multitude of terrors. Land is commonly believed to be inhospitable to human life, and a strict ban on interworld travel forbids citizens of Cocoon from venturing there to challenge this hypothesis. Not even members of the Sanctum's upper echelon can claim to have seen the surface with their own eyes. But the attempted invasion by the world's savage armies several centuries ago is well documented. Widespread fear of a repeated assault persists among the populace even today, with colloquial references often likening the world to a manner of living hell. So, someone did try to invade Cocoon from the outside before. A long time ago. And that's what has led to this xenophobic fear of the outside world and Cocoon. Pulse Falsi. Falsi are in existence beyond human comprehension, possessed of incredible magic power. The ones responsible for Cocoon's construction are protectors of humanity, but there are others of their kind as well. Okay, I had to reread that for a second. I was like, wait. Yeah, the ones responsible for Cocoon's construction are protectors of humanity. The Falsi who dwell on Pulse and name themselves enemies of Cocoon. So I'm guessing they had to do with that invasion from back then. Humans who encounter Pulse Falsi are cursed, being turned to Lassie and ordered to destroy Cocoon. It is for this reason that most ordinary citizens support the Purge. Anyone who may have come into contact with one of these Falsi represents a dire threat. There we go. Now there's the real underlying reason in this story for why people are supportive of the Purge and don't ask questions about it. They're still being fooled into thinking it's a massacre, or it's a relocation instead of a massacre, but with this fact now known, it seems like they would probably not care. But who knows? Depends on the overall culture, I suppose. I'll just skim through this now. Well, not skim through it, but I'll just read it silently. It's probably faster for you guys to just pause the video and read it yourselves also. So, just to save time, because reading it out loud takes a long time. Especially because it looks like there's a lot of shit to read. Like, the data log looks humongous. Kind of repeating what we already knew. In a slightly different context. So this place has been abandoned for a while. Where all the fighting's happening right now. The Hanging Edge. And now I see why it's called the Hanging Edge. You know, cracked and damaged part of Cocoon from the previous invasion attempt by whoever's living outside in Pulse. The Sanctum. Oh yeah, we heard about these guys already. That is interesting. So basically, you could almost say that SciComm is like the military and Guardian Corps is the cops. The cops are not as well armed. They're more lightly armed than the military, but they have similar roles. Or in this case, they do. Since, yeah, in this particular situation, the military is not being used to invade anyone, rather just quote-unquote defend. By massacring its own people. But, but like the Guardian Corps being compared to the cops is because they just basically, they just kind of patrol. They don't take on like the higher end, more violent things, missions, I guess. Yeah. Just like Lightning said. SciComm bears the responsibility for any and all threats of Pulse origin, so they're the ones conducting the purge. Bioweapons. Okay. Animals being genetically altered and armored and augmented, you know, with like high-tech shit, high-tech armor and stuff, and then being under the strict command of the military. AMP technology, antimatter manipulation principle. Forms a foundation for a variety of technological wonders, enabling phenomena ranging from phase-space interference to the manipulation of gravitational force. So that's what's really going on. Nothing to do with magnetism then. They can synthesize the effects of magic, because humans can't actually ordinarily lack the means to wield magic, but they use something called mana drives to synthesize the effect. Like fake magic, basically. Almost like paramagic in FF8 through Guardian Force. Because the only ones who could actually use real magic in that game were the sorceresses. Which there were only like 2 or 3 at a time. In any time period. Oh, so they were like a neighborhood watch before, but then when the purge started happening in their neighborhood, for their entire city, that's when they became a resistance faction against the government and the military for trying to kill everyone off. Wow, this guy's being extra thorough. He's even showing gameplay stuff, which obviously I'm like, okay, for us that's irrelevant because I'm not actually playing the game. We're just watching, so this is kind of whatever. Save us some time. I'm pretty sure the gameplay we can figure out just from watching it unfold. And, you know, the real-time tutorials that we've been watching as well, which explain pretty well. A few conversations require you to push a button. You have to interact. Okay. Just skimming through it. Like I said, it doesn't really matter. I'm not actually playing. We're just watching, so. Now's a good time to turn on the slider. Yeah, if the battle team leader's HP reaches 0. So whoever the leader is, which most of the time, you know, I'm guessing with the full party it'll probably be lightning most of the time. That's it. It's over. There's no chance to... So what if an ally goes down? Can you revive them with like a Phoenix Down or revival spell or something? I guess we'll find out. I'm not going to go back and see if the tutorial said it either. Again, we're watching for the story mostly, so... This is kind of, you know... Not really necessary for me to pause and slow down and read through it very carefully. So that's an actual behemoth that was genetically modified. These are all actual, like, monsters and animals that were... They just slapped some armor on them, you know, augmented them, and then put them under the military's control.
Hope everyone's all right.
It's not just a robot then, like I thought. They're actual animals and monsters. Oh, he got another weapon for it? I didn't even notice when that happened. Let me see, he's gonna switch it out. Power Circle level 1. Using the latest in military grade AMP technology, this emblem boosts the physical power of the wearer. Well, just like the other one, but I'm guessing this one, yeah, raises his strength higher. So he basically fights using similar technology to what lightning uses to move around. When she jumps off of high-ass buildings and shit. He's wearing something that I'm guessing makes his punches hit hard enough to go through military armor. Like that. Cool.
Don't go rushing on your own.
Good-o. So that's how you pronounce his name. I think I said Gadget.
I want every weapon ready to fire. Stay sharp. All right, on my go. Right. Go!
First time he doesn't get 5. Not aggressive enough.
That's a sad sound. Where's the soul?
What do you mean?
Hey, Godot.
Yeah?
If you don't know who you've got to save, you just protect them all, right?
Sure. That works.
Something on your mind? You got plenty of time for thinking on the way, hero.
Yeah.
Ready! Go! Hey! It's us! It's us! Don't shoot!
Snow!
Since when do you care about kids?
Favor for a friend.
Okay.
Hey, Snow! We made it!
Hey.
Yo. So,
Hey.
you really managed to use that thing?
I think I'm done.
You're done when we are.
Ow, what's it?
That's the one.
Didn't you have something to tell him?
Yeah,
All right then.
but
I'll go with you.
what?
Oh, you have no idea what it was like. Oh,
Everyone safe?
the army's no match for Nora.
I meant the kids.
All accounted for.
Okay. Let's keep it that way, all right?
She's doing her quorum now. Oh, too late.
I'll swing by the Vestige. Keep the kids out of trouble.
You got it. Say hi to the missus for me.
Should have just walked up to him.
You go skirt chasing, I take care of the kids. Some husband.
Dinner's on me.
Better be home cooking.
When's the wedding, lover boy?
Well, don't worry, none of you are invited.
We're still going.
You serious?
Catch you later.
Oh.
Alright, selfie 2.0. Airwing level 1. No weapon. Vanille. Power circle. Using the latest in military grade AMP technology, the emblem boosts, yada yada. Yeah, that's I'm waiting to see the Airwing one. I was like, that one's Snows. A sport hunting model. Boosts physical and magical resistance when the wielder is severely wounded. I wonder what it looks like. Into the Vestige. Damn. He blames Snow for the death of his mom. Which,
I'll get you all someplace.
well, maybe.
Dirty. And then there's the saint.
If what Vanille said is, you know, somewhat accurate, I don't know yet, but the whole, if he's all talk, then he did just kind of lead her to her death by being an incompetent leader but pretending to be otherwise. So he may actually be within his rights to be upset at Snow.
I want to tell him. It's just that...
Say, you know how to fly this?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. In we go. That way.
If we go in there, that thing could... It could make us Lassie. This is... I don't think I can...
You can do it.
What are you two doing?
Oh
Here we go.
shit. I was like, it's now or never, kid.
Uh-oh. Get back here! You hear me? Hey!
The pulse fell sea. It held our future and our fate.
That didn't sound like a pretty landing.
Now, where is the... Oops. Well then... Guess it's just us.
What did you expect? Even soldiers know not to go near the foul sea. You become a pulse Lassie, and you're finished.
What do you mean, finished?
Haven't you heard, Miss...
Vanille.
Huh?
Like vanilla.
My name. And yours?
Hope.
Nice name.
Thank you. What were we thinking?
Well, since we're here, let's look around.
The Pulse Fallacy. Lower World Vestige.
Oh, check this out.
Hey! Vanille, where are you?
Well?
That's...
Gonna be your weapon then? Well, time to take it for a test run. Oh, it's like a boomerang.
You're gonna regret
Well, you gotta hand it to the citizens of Cocoon. At least they all know how to fight in some form or another. It seemed like Hope was just some regular kid, depending on his mom, but even he knows how to fight with a weapon. Even if it is just a boomerang. A glorified boomerang.
Okay, back to exploring.
get close.
So cinematic. Even the way you move your camera. The way you move the camera around. Like the panning. They're all heading to the same place. Okay, I didn't finish reading that one in time. So that's his mentality. He wants revenge against Snow. That's an interesting weapon she's got that she found.
Well, that wasn't scary at all.
I thought this place was supposed to be empty.
Like little Among Us people. With rings around them.
What's wrong with her? For trouble.
I mean, her run. It's not even the generic anime girl run. It's even more lighthearted and more like carefree. So you can sneak up on him. They'll be close to being staggered if you sneak up on them. Like that.
You're gonna regret this.
Unless it didn't count. No, it didn't. They're nowhere near being staggered. So whenever it's possible, try to sneak up on him and attack him from behind so you can get a preemptive strike. Oh, his little car bike thing? I guess he recognized it. Short grind for Fortizol and Deceptisol. Oh, they actually skip grinding segments. But they let us know. they stopped recording or edited out all the grinding they did for that particular item. Those particular items. Then saved it, started recording again. So now the game timer's gonna be off from whatever it was when we last saw. Which the game timer was pretty close to the timer of the video, so they were like an hour and a half in. Just like the video is. Next time he pauses, I'll be able to see how long they grinded for.
No daydreaming now.
Aren't you scared?
Not so much.
You really don't get it.
Pulse Falsey and Lissy are bad news. That's why Cocoon kicked them out. Live too close to the Falsey, one-way ticket to Pulse. That's the purge in a nutshell.
If they catch us here, they'll purge us too. And then...
What's your problem?
What's my... Pulse is hell on Earth.
So you've been told.
We'll be okay. Calm down.
She's a hugger. She likes to hug. Oh, someone's in a pissy mood.
Sarah!
Huh?
He's not welcoming the hugs.
Where are you?
He's not welcoming the huggles and cuddles.
Don't worry, Sarah. Your hero is on his way.
So I would normally be speeding up and slowing down like we have before, but this game has cutscenes every 5 seconds, so I would just be kind of wasting time. Or at least right now, because we're still in the first couple hours of the game. I would have to slow it down for this too, so... That's why I'm just kind of letting it run at normal speed, constantly. Oh shit. Player's making an effort to show off the whole world. It gave me time to think about everything, so...
Nothing to worry about. Later. How about this?
Whew! Every time he staggered him, he was dead. Now I'm probably gonna start speeding it up. Only because at this point, let's see, we're like an hour and a half into the video. But my stream has been going for 2 hours, which means I'm gonna stop soon. But I want to see where this leads before I do. That's why I'm speeding it up a little. It looks like this is all leading to a climax. Because all the characters are going to meet each other very soon, since they're all heading in the same direction and getting very close. So I don't want to quite stop just yet, even though it's been 2 hours.
Still won't budge? I think the door is winning.
Why didn't I listen?
Beg your pardon?
It was me. This is my fault.
Beg your pardon?
Cover your ears.
Huh? Oh, blast charge? Oh, wait, hold on. All right, hold. All right, go for it! Make it happen!
I'm so sorry. Please let me in. Please?
Did that really work, or...
Hey!
Right.
Or was it what Snow just did?
How'd you open it? Well, after you.
That's why they wanted to farm those. Sneak up on enemies. Metal Gear Solid meets Final Fantasy, nice. Ambulatory. I didn't even have it sped up too. I like how they refer to her there. Saz follows the ex-soldier into the Vestige. Making it pretty obvious that she's basically like, right now, acting like, she's almost like the female version of Cloud. She's an ex-soldier. So I heard a friend refer to her that way once. It's like, oh, female Cloud? I was like, is that what you call lightning? They're like, yeah. That's why that made me laugh. Saz follows the ex-soldier into the Vestige. I would say she's a little bit more like a female Squall, but with the hard-ass attitude and the... Because, like, many people remember Cloud more as being that way in, like, Advent Children, but in the original FF7 he was actually a little bit more aloof than that. It was actually Squall who was more like how Lightning is acting right now. Everything by the book, does things just really methodically and by the book, sort of just one-track mind, that kind of thing. Cloud was actually always a little goofy. Especially once he regains his real memories and goes back to being his full normal self. After, like, near the end of the game. It was only when Advent Children came out that Cloud actually became a little bit more like Squall and Lightning. Just like this really dark and brooding, serious type of character, you know? I mean, even at the last moments of FF7, what does he say? Alright everyone, let's mosey. And Sid's like, God damn, you sound like such a wimp saying it like that or something. He's like, why can't you say it with some authority or something? He's like, say like, move out or something. And Cloud's like, oh, yeah, right, okay, alright everyone, let's move out! But people just kind of remember the impression of Cloud from Advent Children, so... If you take that version of Cloud from FF7 Advent Children, yeah, he's not that much different from Squall, honestly. Which is not much different from the way Lightning is acting. All business based. That's the phrase I was looking for. That Squall and Lightning are basically just all business. They don't fuck around. And of course, they're badasses in battle. Almost died. That was close. She was on her last legs there for a little bit. Like Gladius. Weapon excavated from a pulse vestige. Says the design of this weapon is based off that. Well, let's see the new toy. Admittedly not as cool looking as the Blaze Fire Saber. But if it's stronger, fuck the aesthetic.
Those things are still around. Might be some soldiers trapped in here too.
His voice actor
Except
sounds
they'd
familiar to
probably
me.
be Lassie by now, huh? Not even human anymore. Just post Lassie. The enemy's a cocoon. Can't show him any mercy.
Yeah, where have I heard his voice before?
There's the next one.
Okay. Like the way his coat opens for each foot. Super baggy pants he's got on.
Nothing to worry about. No problem. All right. Hang on, baby. Your hero's on the way.
His voice actor actually sounds familiar now too.
Hang on, baby. Your hero's on the way.
I heard that. They gotta be close unless that was just some kind of intercom.
He is here. Calling himself a hero.
He's coming our way.
What should I do?
Tell him what you need to.
But nothing I say will change what happened.
We could just run away.
He agreed to that. You know what this reminds me of? That last line right there. The possibility that its power has bound them into servitude. It sounds a lot like the concept of primals enthralling people. Seems like a very similar concept, actually. Humans being enthralled by the foul sea and turned into the sea. Servants of the foul sea, whether they like it or not, and can eventually be turned into, lose their human form and turn into actual monsters that serve them mindlessly. You can't go through with it, not yet. Now we see a preemptive strike. Wow, battles can be finished a lot faster like that. I can see why it's important to get preemptive strikes whenever you can. That one was not a preemptive. It almost looked like it was gonna be, but they all got alerted at the last second. Oh. I was assuming a cutscene was about to kick in. I like how they just skipped over the save point. They're like, fuck it. We're good, we got this. Oh god, is that... Are those the Lassie?
What are they?
See, Lassie failed. This is what happens when Lassie don't complete the focus the Fal'Cie gave him.
So these are former humans.
Let's even these odds.
Okay. Shit's going down. They're even called ghouls. So they are meant to sort of be like zombie creatures. So if you get turned into a Lassie and then you fail to do what the Fal'Cie tells you to, you get turned into that. A Seath.
How did you get in here? You gotta leave. Okay, listen. Find some place to hide and keep quiet. Once I find Sarah, we'll all leave together. You'll be home in time for dinner.
You...
Wait!
Don't leave words unspoken, Hope.
Sarah.
My wife. Future wife, that is. She's a Pulse Lassie.
No.
She's here somewhere, along with that Fal'Cie. I gotta find her and set her free.
What's wrong with you? Why do you want to help a Lassie? They're the enemy. How can you save a Lassie? You're not... That's insane!
Probably. But I gotta do something, right? I'll be back.
Couldn't say it.
Should we wait around for him and hitch a ride?
I'd rather go to Pulse! Why is this happening to me? When they found the Fal'Cie the other day, we were just visiting Botom. But the army took us. Threw us on that train. Because of that guy, Mom is...
Wrong place, wrong
Leave
time.
them alone.
Just like I said,
And he wants to help a Lassie.
they were just visiting at the wrong time.
Hey again.
Hey. Let's go with him. You gotta talk to him, Hope. If you don't take this chance, you'll regret it forever.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
Life's too short to leave words unspoken.
What's gotten into you, soldier? Thought you came for a fight.
My sister.
Your sister?
She's a Lassie.
What? A pulse Lassie?
The Fal'Cie has her captive.
Wait a minute, this is starting to sound...
Is she still... Hey, what was her focus? When she became a Lassie, what did the Fal'Cie order her to do? It wasn't blow up Cocoon or anything like that, was it?
I didn't ask.
I'm starting to think...
Listen to me.
That's too much to be a
When a
coincidence.
person gets cursed by a Fal'Cie, they become a Lassie. And they get given a focus, right? How do I put this? If they don't carry it out, Lassie end up as one of those things. What I'm saying is, if your sister's gone that far, I mean, she might still... How can I... Oh, man. There's no way to turn a Lassie back into a human. Even if she completes her focus, there's no changing her fate. She'll live her life as a Fal'Cie slave.
It's like she got upset that he said it, but she knows he's right, so she can't
make her
say anything.
Just say it! Any Lassie, anyone who might ever become a Lassie should be wiped off the face of Cocoon. It's people like you that started the Purge in the first place.
It's true. That form of thinking. That there's no other choice.
That's a secret.
You're the one who just explained it. Why are you acting like... What the fuck? That dialogue seemed ridiculous. Like, he's the one who just explained it to her, and then he's just like, so that's what it looks like. It's like, oh, okay. I guess it's from the angle of maybe he's never actually seen one in person, but he already assumed during the cutscene what it was. 2:29. So they grinded for like 30 minutes. A little less than 30 minutes. I'm starting to think the person that Lightning is looking for and that Snow is looking for is the same person. Unless the Fal'Cie has multiple people captive, and it's just a coincidence that they're both after... Maybe they're both after separate people being captive? Saving the enemy. Yeah, her sister. Snow's trying to rescue his fiancée. She, her sister. And that's why people are terrified of the Fal'Cie then. Nobody wants to end up like this. think the game's starting to spell it out and make it pretty obvious that Lightning's sister is probably the same person that Snow's looking for, but... Again, let's not jump to conclusions. Let's wait and see what happens. This little comment. I think she's actually starting to skip some battles. Player doesn't find it necessary to fight everything, I guess. I guess. Which is exactly what happened to Hope and his mother. I like how he dodged all those enemies.
Time to go. We have to leave before the army... What?
That's a post-brand. That girl's a Lassie.
I already told you that.
Yeah.
Most Lassie are the enemies of Cocoon.
So they should die?
Listen, if she fails her focus, you know how that'll end.
And killing her is a mercy?
You came.
Sarah!
Of course.
Sarah.
Is that my hero?
And now they've all met.
Let's get you out of here.
Hands off. I'm taking her home.
Sis.
I'm not your sister. You couldn't protect her. It's your fault she can save us. Sarah?
You can save us. Or protect us all. Save Cocoon.
Save Cocoon? Sarah? That was your focus?
Anything. I'll do anything. Leave it to me, you'll see. I'll protect Cocoon. I'll save everyone.
Somehow. I'll make things right.
You just relax.
Brother and sister-in-law aren't gonna get along, are they?
Sarah!
is she turning to crystal?
The sea who fulfill their focus are transformed into crystal and gain eternal life.
Just like the stories say.
So, sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams? She's not sleeping! Sarah's... she's...
She's alive.
No.
The legend. Remember the legend. The sea who fulfilled their focus turn to crystal and gain eternal life.
Which Hope
It's
just
the
said.
Same with Sarah. Eternal life. She's not dead. Sarah's my bride-to-be. I promise to be hers forever. I don't care how many years I have to wait.
It's over! Open your eyes and face reality!
Sarah, does becoming a Lassie really mean losing everything? What now?
The army.
Based on what just happened, I think her focus was
The target is almost in place. Surface team.
delivering that
what is
message
your
to them?
status?
To both of them? Or maybe just one of them?
Resistance is under control. The assault proceeds as planned.
Or maybe her focus was to lure them all there.
The pulse vestige never existed.
They're gonna destroy it now?
Fire!
Yep, they are.
What's happening?
It must be a sanctum strike. Bring down the vestige and the foul sea right with it.
Aren't they taking it back to Pulse? That's what the purge was, right?
All they care about is getting everything from Pulse off Cocoon. Dead or alive, it's all the same.
We can't stay here. They'll kill us.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Trenchcoat, where you going?
Day with the foul sea. Got some things to talk about.
What? You gonna ask it to help her? Are you out of your mind, kid? That thing wants to chew us up and spit us out. Well, what do you want me to do? What?
She agrees with him on this.
Lightning?
Here we go.
We're gonna have ourselves a little sit down with the foul sea. Yeah. This timeless crystal sleep seems nothing more than another form of death to Lightning, and she turns her feelings of grief and anger upon Snow. Now two people hate him. Well, at least just for that moment, she kind of, got pissed off at him. Lightning and Saz have other plans in mind. Maybe they're gonna try to kill the... kill the Fal'Cie. I'm thinking about what Saz said earlier. He said some poor kid just wanders into the wrong place at the wrong time. Ends up one of those things. I like, fuck the save point.
So this is the Fal'Cie.
Sarah's a crystal now. You gave her a focus, and she did it. You got what you want. Now let her go! Please, turn her back. I'll be your l'Cie instead!
Fine. You go on begging. Like this thing gives a damn what we want!
Lightning!
It's this thing's fault the purge started. And it's people who are dying. Sarah told us to save Cocoon. That means this thing needs to die. What?
I think I heard him and woke up. There it is. The actual Fal'Cie. It was just inside of that mechanical cocoon. Hope's running for it. He's like, fuck this. It's too late, apparently.
Come on now. You really think you can kill a Fal'Cie?
I'm doing this for Sarah.
I'm in. As long as you don't mind an amateur. I got these things. Might as well use them.
Thanks.
This is a mystical godlike being then, huh? Unremarkable. Nice notes. Anima? That's his name? I like that they named it after the Aeon from FF10. Get fucking slapped.
Much appreciated.
Hit it faster than it can regenerate. Essentially a DPS check. Just keep hitting it hard and fast. Excuse me. And yeah, that worked. Doctor's code.
Where are we?
The fuck just happened?
What's going on?
Is that its true form? That looks way more intimidating and prestigious. Looks more like an actual god rather than some husk attached to machinery. I think they all just got branded.
When I couldn't see a future, and I was afraid. When the future was clear, and it hurt to see. I'd just close my eyes, and lose myself in happier days.
Suppose that's all you can do sometimes. Day 11, the Seaside city of Botom. So this was 2 days before everything we just saw.
Great spot to watch from.
The whole gang's here tonight. How'd that happen? Don't know. Destiny?
More like dumb luck.
Let's go find him.
Excuse me.
See you around.
You know.
No, but I want to.
You just missed her. She said she'd be at the usual place.
Thanks.
Sorry about that. Now, who'd you say you were looking for?
Here goes. Making a wish?
Maybe I was. I was hoping that tomorrow I can tell my sister. She'll be so mad, knowing I hid it from her.
Don't worry. I'll take the blame for you. You know, you should ask for something bigger.
These are wish-granting fireworks, like in the stories.
Stories, huh?
She's covering her arm for a reason.
The sea who fulfill their focus, they become crystal and gain eternal life.
Would help if they gave you some clue about what you're supposed to do. We'll figure this thing out. You will never be one of those monsters.
So what will I be? A crystal?
Yesterday at the store, I got us something. I don't know much about jewelry, but I hope you like it. I will stand by you, no matter what happens. I'm yours forever. Sarah. My one, my only. Will you marry me?
Yes.
You hadn't even proposed her until this point? Wow. I thought they were already engaged at this point.
Gotta love these fireworks. They granted my wish.
Your wish?
Before I asked you to marry me, I wish that you would say yes.
Then maybe they'll grant mine, too.
What's that?
To have the courage to tell Lightning that I've become a Lassie.
Hey, our engagement is way bigger news.
I don't know about that. Considering all the history we've learned up to this point, I don't think so.
Man, I can't wait to see her face. She'll be my new sister.
Yeah, your sister-in-law. Imagine having a sister-in-law like that.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. They can actually fly through the middle of it all.
Hey, Snow?
Yeah.
Okay, so it isn't that safe.
That was close.
Gorgeous. Our own private heaven.
All we need. Just you and me.
Oh, that's romantic. The fireworks in the background and everything.
Thank you, Snow.
Sarah!
Is this for real?
Lake Brescia, Cocoon Lowlands. Yeah, after they shot the shit out of it, and turned all the water into crystal.
This must be Lake Brescia?
His chest.
I guess we fell from up there. And the lake turned to crystal?
Help me out here. I mean, did the Foul Sea do this? How in the world did we end up here?
How should I know?
We're alive. How?
Sarah! No one survives a fall from that high. Not without a miracle. Sarah saved us!
Sarah, listen. It's all your fault. She got...
Hey! Watch out!
What did I just do?
You used magic. You used the power of the sea. The Foul Sea cursed us. We're the sea now.
Like these guys used to be. Oh, that's such a cool animation. Well, she accepted her fate quite easily and quickly. There's more to the combat system? Paradigm? So you give a general strategy to your AI partners. Essentially, that's what you're doing. The Ravagers attack relentlessly to support the Commando, fill up the chain gauge, and stagger them. The Commando being the leader.
So we really are Lassie.
Yeah.
Looks like it.
You too?
Yep. Right here.
Okay.
Very personal area.
Why me? I don't even know you, but you have to go and attack that thing? Just leave me alone. It's your fault. It's your fault, You could have. All of this is your and Sarah's fault.
Watch it!
She's like, I heard that shit too, kid.
Sorry.
Everything's gonna be alright. You'll see. Come on. Off we go.
So you blaming my sister? So look lightning in him.
See, huh?
Yep. We're all playing for Team Pulse now. Why me?
You did know the dangers of going up against that thing. Anyway, I guess this is what we'll stop. That was a significant moment. Enough for me to call it here and continue next time. Because I've been now streaming for almost 3 hours. Yeah, just about. It's about to be 3 hours in a minute. And we got 2.5 hours into the video. So I had to pause and reset, rewind a couple times, you know, set up the audio and all that stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. that's it for this stream. I'm interested. I like it so far. The story definitely makes a lot more sense when you're reading the data logs, because it fills in some tiny gaps here and there. I think you would still get a general idea of what's going on though. But the data logs seem to really help a lot more, because without those, we wouldn't know exactly why Botom, was targeted the people of Botom and everything else. Like it does fill in details that I think are necessary. So you do have to take the time to read those, it seems. But yeah, anyway, the story, I'm interested so far. Seems pretty good. The combat seems pretty straightforward so far. So far a bit basic, but it seems to be getting slightly more complex now that they added the paradigm system. And it seems like they're slowly introducing new mechanics that adds to the complexity of the game's combat system. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my first impressions. That's all I can say. So yeah, we'll continue this next stream. I assume each part just kind of goes right into the next one, doesn't it? Yeah. I don't think there's like a intro and outro. None of these long plays have ever had that. It's just like one long continuous video that's split up into several segments. So as soon as this video ends, the next one starts right where that one ended. It's almost, the transition's almost seamless. I noticed that when we were watching FF4 and 5, I think. Like, I was like, oh, when did it switch videos? I moved my mouse and I noticed the bar was back down here. And I was like, I didn't even notice when it transitioned to the next video on our playlist over there. But, yeah, that's it for this one. So, as always, thank y'all for watching. This has been PS3 Long Play number 12, Final Fantasy 13, part 1 of 12, by World of Long Plays, and the player is someone named Connor. So, yep, that's it for me. As always, I appreciate all the likes, subscribes, and follows on YouTube and Twitch respectively, and I hope you all I hope you all take care of each other, take care of yourselves, stay safe out there, and I hope you all have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. And I will see you all next time. Until then, peace. Alright, now I actually have to use outro music again. Because I'll just be pausing the video and it goes dead quiet. So, I'll pull that up for you guys in just a sec. Don't you worry. No, I haven't forgotten. We're back to our old routine where I just use basically the video for the intro music as the outro music. So, let's see. Here it is. Enjoy, y'all. Have a good one. Take it easy.